Alright, what is up traders? Hope everybody's doing well. Today gonna be going over a nice short taken in the first AM macro. That resulted in a very nice win, targeting just about London lows. So yeah, let's get straight into it. Quickly going over the bias for this trade. I was very bearish simply because we had no retracement on this whole entire leg up, and we had this very nice 4-hour value gap that hadn't been tapped into on NQ. And then we had this nice 4-hour swing low right here, which aligned. If you go down to the lower time frames, if you go down to the 1-hour time frame, you'll see there's a lot of trailing sell side alongside of the London lows right there. So let's go down to the 50-minute. It's more apparent here. So you have the first line of sell side, this and this low, kind of triple low right here. And then you have this kind of trailing of this trail of sell side as well, and the highest one being London lows here. So that was kind of the bias coming into the day, because if we had all this trailing sell side with no retracement at all this entire move up. So that's kind of how I had this idea. So coming into the session, we had a very obvious SMT with ES, where ES was making new highs and NQ wasn't. So, well, I think that got broken actually. Hold up. Yeah, I think it got broken anyway. Before we made this new high, we had very obvious SMT with ES. So yeah, this is where it was. Yeah, okay, so this is very obvious SMT with ES. We had ES just continuing to make new highs, and NQ showing weakness today, and it wasn't making new highs, right? So very clear and obvious SMT right there. We had this low on the 1-minute time frame. Kind of zooming in, we did also have these lows, but I was aiming for the low hanging fruit. And then my ultimate target, which was London lows right here. So waiting for macro. This is during macro. SMT, breakup structure to the downside. Very big fair value gap right here. So had to kind of manage risk accordingly, because stop loss is a bit on the bigger side on this one. So entry was right around here. Since we tap into the fair value gap, stop loss when I didn't put above the 930 fair value gap, simply because we had the remaining of this fair value gap, right? We don't want to get stopped out prematurely just because of that. So I had to put it above the fair value gap. This whole fair value gap, I put it above the fair value gap around here. And then I had my first take profit at around this low right here for about a 1.7 R. For my first partial, it took off half my position, and then I let the remaining half run to London lows, but I ended up cashing right around here, somewhere around here, simply because I was watching it and we were respecting the new day opening gap. We respected it once, twice, thrice. After we respected it for the third time, I was like, we might have a small retracement, take out these highs, and then continue lower. And I already had my stop loss in around here. It was trailed. So I said, you know what? Whatever I made, it's enough. So I took full profit here, and I was content with that. And I was fine with that profit. So, but I did end up sweeping with London lows. That was my ultimate target. And then you can see how for the remainder of the day, basically nothing happened. It just choppy price action. That's why I prefer to trade the morning, especially now. I prefer to trade the morning macros in the morning session, and kind of avoid later in the day usually. This is what I'm sticking with for now. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Quick one. Very nice trade. Took this on the road as well. So that's the beauty of trading. All right. That's going to be it, guys. Hope you guys found this insightful. Until next time, stay safe. Peace out.